Hello and welcome to this video where I am on the absolutely stunning Isle of Kerrera near Oban in Scotland. Now I'm actually up here on a bit of a sailing trip with my fella Tim, and if you're interested in watching any of that then I will drop a link to our sailing channel in the description. So Tim has dropped me off on the island and I have got a couple hours now where I can go off and do a bit of a photo walk around the island, and hopefully we'll see some nice interesting things and get some awesome photos. Okay, so not gone far at all, but there is an Arctic there is a turn here which I think we're going to try and photograph. There's also some Canada geese, so I think what I'm going to do is put you on top of the camera. I think it's going to be the easiest option because this is not going to stand up in these winds, at least on this part of the island. So I'm having a bit of trouble with the turns in that I was hoping that they'd be flying in front of the island that's behind me. You can just sort of see it here. But they're just out in the sky, and because they're white and the sky is white, it's not ideal. So what I'm going to do, I think, is move on, and then maybe I've got to come back here anyway to get picked up. They might be lower, or at least the light will be less, so they might stand out a bit more. So we're going to move on round the corner, hopefully out of the wind a bit because it is very windy here, and see if we can't actually get this little photography trip started. Okay, so I did just stop to take some photos of these gulls that are flying around. Because they look quite nice with the light on them. Really? That's what I was thinking of it. So, quite happy with those. But let's move on and get around this headland. Already it is much nicer around here because I'm out of the wind just a little bit more than back at that stony beach. It's quite hard to be sort of nimble and get to where I want to go when I've got all this stuff, so I reckon put the binoculars away, at least for the time being, and then hopefully, well, I mean, they're not going to be hanging loose off of my waist, so they're going to be out of the way. I'm going to lose that, I think, if I do put that in as well, so that can go in there. Okay, camera. Alright, let's move on. Oh, excellent. The back end of a gannet. Well done, Joe. The walk continues. Right, let's get down to this beach. Should be out of the wind here as well. Even more, I've just put you on the chest mount and I've got rid of the 360 camera because I can't use it with my hat on, and every time I have to readjust my hat everything is flying off. So what we're doing is we're just heading down to the water's edge now, because behind me, or to my right, are a couple of oyster catchers right down on the rocky shoreline. And so I'm hoping I can plant myself down here and get a nice low down picture. these like marshes that you get up here in Scotland, they just remind me of the dead marshes in The Lord of the Rings. Right, so there is a track up ahead. Now Tim and I went down this track and we went left towards the marina that they have here on the island. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to wander off to the right and see where it goes a bit, because I'm hoping, I don't know, we might get lucky and see something interesting basically, but I hope that in whatever direction I go in life. Some sort of bird of prey up there, not too sure what it is. Probably a buzzard. I'm finding this little photo walk a lot harder than what I thought it was. I don't know why I still go out thinking that everything's going to be really easy when it really isn't. But yeah, so there wasn't too much going on up that little bit where we were with the rabbit, and so I've come back down now here in the hopes that maybe I can walk a little way over, because there are some Highland cows, and I know that's not wildlife, but I never said this was a wildlife photography walk, did I? No. And I would like a picture of a Highland cow, because I haven't really got one so far, and just thought it'd be quite a nice thing for this photo walk. Also, there were rabbits and stuff over that way as well, so maybe we'll get a bit luckier, because they were quite a bit closer to us in the fields right next to the road. So we'll see. Well, I'm not too sure what it was at this point in time, but Future Joe is going to have Googled it, and we'll let you know what that bird is now. But yeah, there was two of them, which was quite nice. So I got a couple of shots of them flying. Ooh. A couple of oyster catchers there flying as well. So this little corner of the bay is quite fruitful. Just the sun's getting a bit low and I want to get a picture of the cow. So I'm just going to go and do that, and then we'll come back and see what else we can see. I just noticed that the rock steady on the Osmo 5 was turned off. So Future Joe is going to have some fun editing, and I'm going to apologise now if it was all over the place. I'm not too sure how long that the stabilisation's been off for, so that's not ideal. The cows have actually come up out of the field and they're on the track, which is pretty cool. So I'm hoping I can figure out how to get a nice competition, and I don't want to get too close because cows are scary. But no, they've got some young women that we saw earlier, so I don't want to upset anyone by not seeing a calf. And getting in between it and its mother. I'd like to try and get one on its own. Like, I like this one here, but there is one directly behind it, which isn't ideal. Oh, it's such a shame there's one behind it, because this is like perfect looking at me. I feel like I need a wider lens on, given how close I am to these guys. So there's a couple babies literally right here, so I don't really fancy trying to walk past. I mean, I'm sure they're fine because they're used to people, but I don't fancy my chances with wonky horns down there. Oh, look, so sweet. I've got a couple of nice cow shots, and I'm just heading back to the boat now. So I've just checked the time and it's 9:15. It is getting a bit darker now, obviously it being 9:15 p.m. and all, but it's getting a bit hazy, and so I swapped back onto the big lens in the hopes that we might see something on the way back, and round out this little photo walk. This photo walk hasn't exactly gone as I had planned, that's for sure. I mean, I know I am really hard on myself, and I'm sure when I look back through the photos it's not going to be as unproductive as I thought, but I feel like I'm just losing the light now. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to swap onto probably the 70-200 again, just because I really like that lens. I might be able to try and get some landscapes, just because with this one being at a usable shutter speed, the ISO is already at about 10,000, and it's only going to get higher and higher as I walk back. Of course, as it's getting really dark, I've spotted an otter. It's quite far off in the water, but I'm going to try my best, and let's see what we get. Got a few very far away clips, and he's just headed over the other side of these rocks, so I'm hoping I can get down a bit closer and hopefully get a photo. Like, I managed to get up to those rocks where I saw it go over. The wind's on my side here, the wind's coming from this direction, so I'm behind where the otter went wind-wise, but I can't see it. I've been scanning on the shoreline. I've just ducked down behind some of these rocks so I can talk to you, but I've been scanning the shoreline with the camera to see if I can find it, and I just can't. I've looked and I've looked and I can't see it, unfortunately. It's got away from me, but that was a pretty cool way to end a walk, I'm saying. The light is pretty much gone now, really, for photos. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to leave this video here. So thank you very much for coming along on this little photo walk with me on the Isle of Kerrera. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I shall see you in the next video.